Yeah, it's taking some time to load on my desktop. Just give me a second. Yes, hello. I will just check whether on my mobile I am live on my Facebook. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So one thing I can do is I'm copying on from my mobile only. Okay. Okay. To Unacademy. Myself Vijay Gupta, and yes, we are live on YouTube and Facebook as well. So in this session, hello friends, welcome to Unacademy. Myself Vijay Gupta, and we are live on Facebook. As you can see, it's a live quiz which is going to happen here, and in this quiz we'll be taking CNS and nerve muscle questions. I can see the participants have joined, so we'll wait for a few minutes so that the other participants will join, and we can go live for the quiz session. There are 20 questions from CNS and nerve muscle, and within this we'll just wait for a few minutes so that other people will join, and I can definitely yeah, you have to go onto your Unacademy app. On the Unacademy app, you have to go to the live test, or you can say live quiz, and you will have to use the code 374432. 374432. Once you use this code of 374432, remember, you can join the quiz live. This is the code for joining the quiz, and with this code you will be appearing on my screen as a participant, and then we can host, or we can start with the quiz. So as I can see, we have 2 participants who have joined us. Okay, we have more students who have joining us. We'll wait for few more minutes to have few more participants joining us, and then we can definitely go live on the quiz. Okay, just give me some more time so that I could start the quiz right away. Okay, I can see 5 participants have joined, so I will start the quiz now. Can I have something on chat box? As you can see, there is an option for chat box also, so I would request you to please reply on the chat box also. Here I am going to start the quiz, and you can see that once the quiz is started, you will see the questions appearing on the screen. That's great. So now the questions are appearing on the screen. The contractile unit of a muscle is sarcomere, sarcolemma, myofibril, or sarcotubular system. What do you think is the answer? Okay, remember, the contractile unit of a muscle is, yes, you can answer the question. The answer is yes. I will request all the participants to please answer here. Remember, you can go to Unacademy app. You can use the link on the Facebook as well as YouTube. The link will be available in my the link is available on my Facebook page, and you can copy the link from there and you can join the quiz. So as you can see, okay, that's great. So please use the link in the chat box. That's great. Maximum students have answered it right. Dr. Santan Banu, Dr. Anmol, Dr. Chani, and yes, all of you have answered it right. That's great. Let's go to the next question. The next question is the receptor for inverse stretch reflex. The receptor for inverse stretch reflex. Remember, inverse stretch reflex is a reflex which is used to relax the muscle when there is too much of tension in a muscle. So inverse stretch reflex, the answer is yes, Golgi tendon organ. Remember, the answer is Golgi tendon organ, GTO. Please remember, for inverse stretch reflex, the receptor is GTO, that is Golgi tendon organ, which causes relaxation on the muscle, or you can say inhibition of contraction, on stretching. Remember, there are two types of reflexes, a stretch reflex and an inverse stretch reflex. In the inverse stretch reflex, it is relaxation while there is too much of stretch or too much of stress or tension in a muscle. Yes, I can see even on Facebook and YouTube we have many students join. For those students who have joined, they can still join the quiz. You can use the code 3. You can use the code, let me just repeat the code for all of you. The code is 374432. The code is available on the screen. Let us go for the next question. The next question is, when the tension becomes great enough, contraction suddenly ceases. When the tension becomes great enough, the contraction suddenly ceases and the muscle relaxes. This phenomena is known as, I have just given you the hint. When there is a contraction and the muscle relaxes, yes, it's called as reciprocal innervation, autocrine innervation, autogenic inhibition, or converse stretch reflex. There is inhibition of contraction. So I hope you will get the answer from this hint. There is inhibition of contraction. So the best possible answer here is yes. You can join the quiz from your Unacademy app. Well, you have to use the code 374432 to have the right answer. Yes. Remember the code 374432 is the code for the quiz to join. Okay, so here we have the next question. Let us go to the next question. Okay, Dr. Chandru, Dr. Ritu, Dr. Arshi, Dr. Basu has answered it right. Okay, Dr. Ritu and Dr. Arshi didn't got the answer correct. The answer was autogenic inhibition. Autogenic inhibition. Okay, I request once again all of you, please join the quiz using the code. I will type the code on the quiz section here. The processing of short-term memory to long-term memory is done in. The processing of short-term memory to long-term memory is done in. Okay, that's great. Students are answering even on the. Okay, that's really nice. Students are answering it on YouTube chat box also. The answer is yes. The conversion of short-term memory to long-term memory occurs in hippocampus. That's right. Remember, short-term to long-term. The short-term to long-term occurs in hippocampus. The conversion of short-term memory to long-term memory occurs in hippocampus. So answer is hippocampus. Yes, perfect. Perfect. Hippocampus is an area where there is conversion of the memory occurs. Let us go to the next question. Let us go to the next question. Which of the following basal ganglia nucleus? Which of the following basal ganglia nucleus is primarily glutaminergic? We have 5 nuclei in basal ganglia: caudate nucleus, putamen, globus pallidus, substantia nigra, and subthalamic nuclei. Remember, one of the nuclei which is primarily glutaminergic means it is causing excitation and not inhibition, which means it will excite GPI. Typically, I am giving the hint here. The answer is in option 8 is given putamen, option B is given subthalamic nucleus, option C is given as globus pallidus, and option D is given as substantia nigra. The correct answer is yes. Okay, that's very nice, Dr. Satan. The answer is B, subthalamic nuclei. The answer is B, subthalamic nuclei. Remember, subthalamic nuclei, it converts subthalamic nuclei, it causes the subthalamic nuclei it is connected to GPI via glutaminergic neurons. Okay, so GPI, to be more precise, it connected to GPI, that is globus pallidus interna. Very nice, Dr. Anmol, Dr. Santan. I'm sorry, oh, everybody got the answer correct. Dr. Chani, Dr. Arshi, and Dr. Standard Tuning. Next question on the screen. Which of the following is true about cerebrospinal fluid? Yes, very right, Dr. Sandeep. Which of the following is true about cerebrospinal fluid? It circulates in epidural space. Its absorption is independent of CSF pressure. It has a high protein concentration than plasma. It has a lower glucose concentration than plasma. Which of the following is true about cerebrospinal fluid? Very interesting question. Yes. What do you think is the best possible answer here? Which of the following is true about cerebrospinal fluid? It circulates in epidural space. Its absorption is independent of CSF pressure. It has a higher protein concentration than plasma, or it has a lower glucose concentration than plasma. Remember, brain is an obligatory use of glucose, so D can never be the answer. Okay, it has higher then its absorption is independent of CSF pressure. No, B can't be the answer. B and D are short, definitely not an answer. A and C, of course, A is also not an answer. It doesn't circulate in epidural space, so we have left with the choice. The best possible answer is yes. Can you guess what is the best possible answer now? Yes, the answer is almost D. D is the best possible answer. So remember, the answer is option D. Lesion of the pre-optic nucleus of hypothalamus causes. The lesion of the pre-optic nucleus of hypothalamus causes hyperphagia, hyperdipsia, hyperthermia, hyperglycemia. The role of pre-optic nucleus is temperature regulation. Yes, the role of pre-optic nucleus is temperature regulation. So remember, the best possible answer is yes, it's something related to temperature. The answer is hyperthermia. The role of pre-optic nucleus, please remember, pre-optic nucleus has a role in temperature regulation. Temperature regulation. So failure of pre-optic nucleus or lesion leads to fever, which is similar to hyperthermia. Yes. Coming to the next. Which of the following parts of the body has cortical motor neurons with largest representation on primary motor cortex area 4? Which of them has highest representation? It's a motor homunculus, shoulder, ankle, fingers, elbow. Very simple. The part of the body which is highly active, the part of the body which is highly active, or you can say which is more responsible for very fine activities, should be represented in your highly in the motor cortex. So out of all the fours, we do writing, drawing mehendi with our fingers. So the best, or you can say the largest representation of a body part on motor cortex should be, yes, either mouth or fingers. The answer is from motor homunculus. The answer is from motor homunculus. In motor homunculus, the largest representation is of, yes, it is of yes, fingers and mouth. Going to the next question. Regarding Golgi tendon organ, the true statement is, it senses dynamic length of the muscle involved in reciprocal innervation, alpha motor neuron stimulation, it senses the muscle tension. Yes, again very simple question. GTO is one of the topic which was very much enforced in today's session. The GTO is supplied by which nerve fiber? I'm asking one question here. GTO is supplied by which nerve fiber? Yes, GTO is supplied by, it is supplied by sorry, just give me a second, students. Sorry. Yes. So just hold on for a second, dear students. Let me just join the quiz again. Somehow I have yes. Yeah, sorry to bother you all. The quiz has started again, and I just went offline from the quiz. Okay, so yeah, the question was okay, everybody got the answer correct. I missed 2 questions, sorry, but yes, we are back again, and let me just check all the things are going fine. Okay. During the upstroke of nerve action potential, there is a net outward current and the cell interior becomes more negative. There is a net outward current and the cell interior becomes less negative. Upstroke, there is a net inward current and the cell interior becomes more negative. There is a net inward current and the cell interior becomes less negative. Okay, so upstroke of action potential, there is a net inward current. So C and D has to be the right answer. In C and D, hello Dr. Purnima, Dr. Sandeep, sorry for I just missed 2 points, but we are back again. The membrane potential doesn't become more negative, it becomes less negative, it goes towards positive. So the best possible answer is D. Answer is option D. The interior of the cell becomes less negative. Remember, in an action potential, whenever there is an action potential in upstroke, the influx of sodium is more, okay, whereas efflux of potassium is less. Influx of sodium is more and influx of potassium is less. So the net inward current is more and outward current is less, hence the cell is less negative. Which reflex is responsible for polysynaptic excitation of contralateral extensor? Which reflex is responsible for polysynaptic excitation of contralateral extensor? It means that there is something to do posture reflex. The options are stretch reflex, that is myotactic, Golgi tendon reflex, flexure withdrawal reflex, or subliminal occlusion reflex. What do you think is the best possible answer here? Yes, you can join the quiz by using the code 374432. You can join the quiz by using the code 374432 in the quiz section of Unacademy app, and you will be live with me. Yes, the answer is flexure withdrawal reflex. Yes, so we have a withdrawal reflex where there is going to be a excitation of the extensor muscles. In a muscle fiber at rest, the length of I band is 1 millimeter and A band is 1.5 millimeter. What is the length of sarcomere? If we have A band of 1.5 and I band of 1 millimeter, then remember 1 millimeter is on either side of the sarcomere. So we have 0.5 on this side and we have 0.5 on this side. So 0.5, 0.5 and 1.5. The total answer should not be more than 2.5. What do you all think? Yes. So the right answer is 2.5 millimeter, because the I band is 1 millimeter and we talk about I band as on either side of Z line. So if we have a Z line, then remember on this side and on this side we count this as 1 millimeter. The total length, we count this total length as 1 millimeter. Whereas if you look at the dark band, that is A band, the A band is 2.5 centimeter. So 2.5, 0.5 on this side and 0.5 on other side, we have overall 2.5. 1.5 plus 1 gives you 2.5 millimeter. Largest protein in human body is, very simple question. Largest protein in human body is A, titin, B, myosin, C, actin, or D, troponin. Largest protein in human body is, very simple question and very simple answer. All of you can join this live quiz. Please remember, all of you can join this live quiz by using the code 374432 on Unacademy app, and you can be a part of this live quiz. So largest protein in human body is, answer is titin. Titin has got the credibility of being a largest protein in human body. Yes. So this is not a very difficult question. A titin is a protein which is actually connecting on either side of the dark band. It's like a scaffolding. It's like a scaffolding to the dark band. Scaffolding to the dark band. So it almost stretches from one end of sarcomere and goes to the other end of the sarcomere. So largest protein is titin. Everybody got the answer correct. That's really great. I really congratulate all of you, Dr. Arshi, Dr. Santan, Anmol, Dr. Chani. Yes. What about YouTube chat box? You can also use YouTube chat box for answering, dear students, for those who are online. I will read out the question again for you. Alpha waves are seen during sleep, REM movements, relaxed state, active state. When do you see alpha waves? I always remember alpha waves as a person doing meditation, and in meditation you are not sleeping but eyes are closed in relaxed state. So the answer is yes, very simple, C. It's a relaxed state. Mind is relaxed, eyes are closed, you don't respond to any stimulus. Yes, remember A wave. I will explain this. Okay, it's very simple how to remember. I'll give 1 point for each of these waves. We have EEG as D tab. D tab. D tab indicates for delta wave, theta wave, alpha wave, and beta wave. Delta wave has lowest frequency and beta wave has the highest frequency. Delta wave indicates deep sleep, means very relaxed state, a very relaxed state, whereas beta waves indicates very active state, very active state. So muscle tone is maintained by, a muscle tone is maintained by, yes, Golgi tendon organ, Renshaw cell, muscle spindle, none of the above. Yes, what do you think is the answer? The Golgi muscle tone is maintained by, again very simple question, muscle tone is maintained by, a muscle tone is maintained by Okay. Let us go to the next question. The medial geniculate body, is an eminence on the inferior surface of thalamus lateral to the midbrain. Which of the following function is related to medial geniculate body? Vision, hearing, balance, or smell? The medial geniculate body has which of the following function? What do I know is that lateral geniculate body is for vision, then medial will be slightly medial to the lateral side, and the answer has to be hearing. Hearing is the answer where you have responsible for lateral geniculate body. Just give me a second. There is again we have lost the connection with the test. There is some okay. The neurotransmitter in subthalamic nuclei, the answer which we have just discussed in the previous one. Yes, not very difficult. Glutamate. The neurotransmitter in subthalamic nuclei is glutamate. The neurotransmitter for subthalamic nuclei is glutamate. It's very simple. We have two important neurotransmitters. One is GABA. GABA is, wait, there is just some sort of slow connection. We are on slow connection, so we'll just wait for a few seconds and let us see what happens. Yes. Yes, I think my internet connection is low, but no problem. We'll just go with the other question. The active tension in a muscle depends upon. The active tension in a muscle depends upon number of muscle fibers, number of nutrients recruited, aerobic capacity of the muscle, length of muscle fiber. Active tension. Yes. What do you think? What do you think is the best possible answer? The active tension in a muscle depends upon. Yes. Yes, the activation of the muscle depends upon the number of muscle fibers involved. Last question from the session. The below image shows a sarcomere. The below image shows a sarcomere. Identify the accessory protein marked with star in the diagram below. Is it nebuline, alpha-actinin, or titin, or tropomyosin? Of course, it's not definitely it's not in titin. It's not a tropomyosin. It has to be between nebuline and alpha-actinin. Nebuline is not associated with the Z line, so the right answer has to be alpha-actinin. That's what I feel. Alpha-actinin has to be the right answer. Sorry, somehow my net connection got stuck here. The answer for the last question is the diagram of sarcomere, and the area marked is of Z line, and in the Z line the accessory protein is alpha-actinin. Remember, the accessory protein is alpha-actinin. Yes. So I hope you enjoyed today's quiz, live quiz on physiology. I'll be coming up with more quiz sections, and please remember. That's great. Dr. Syantan, Dr. Chani, Dr. Anmol, Dr. Arshi, Dr. Ritu, Dr. Mohammed, Dr. Deepak, Dr. Sesha. I really congratulate all of you. You have done great. And Dr. Samhita, Dr. Manali, I really congratulate all of you. And that's really great. That's very great. So it was a great session for this live quiz session, and we'll be coming up with more questions. I'll be discussing some of the renal questions in the next session. So please be in touch, and we will be posting on Telegram group as well on Facebook group for this live quiz session. You can always find Unacademy, NEET PG, INI and other examinations on Facebook and Telegram and at various portals. You can also download Unacademy app, which will help you to gain access to all the educators and all the free live sessions that are happening. If you subscribe for Unacademy, then do subscribe for plus course, or you can say plus subscription, which gives you access to all the educators, all the live hours we are taking on Unacademy. Apart from this, every Saturday and Sunday I am taking free live sessions from 6 to 7 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. And from Monday in November this month, from 23rd, I am starting with the concepts of physiology in intensive care medicine. So I request you, all of you, to subscribe Unacademy and take the advantage of learning physiology with Vijay Gupta. And do join me from Monday onwards, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. physiology in intensive care medicine, and Saturday Sunday 6 to 7 p.m. special classes. You will find all the links on Unacademy app. You will just have to find out Vijay Kumar Gupta as an educator on Unacademy app. That's all for now.